Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Entrepreneur Diaries with Diamond, your entrepreneur. And we're back. It is the beginning of a new month. I did not upload any most recent Entrepreneur Diaries. I feel like I had the intentions and I tried, but for some reason, and maybe I just wasn't meant to talk about it. I don't know. So here we are. It is the beginning of February, like I said, I think. And all February do or did all February did was lead me into no, whoa. Come back. I've been fragile since I had this meeting, y'all, and I cannot explain it, and it's bothering my brain because I haven't had one of those days in a long time. So I'm trying to figure out why that happened and how can I do better for next time because I did not like that at all. Okay, January. January was it's the beginning of the year. I haven't been to the gym for real. I went like the first week of January, haven't been back since. I can't seem to find the perfect balance of getting a workout in, going to work, coming home, getting all my work done, still cooking dinner, eating, taking care of everybody else. Like I just can't seem to find that balance. And I hate it because I do enjoy moving my body. I do enjoy doing all those things, but it's like I don't know how to sacrifice my work. I don't even think it would be considered a sacrifice, but just being disciplined and being like, no, at a certain time I'm going to stop working. I'm going to go to the gym, even if I go at nighttime. And it's cold, so I don't be wanting to leave the house extra if I don't have to. Like I'm totally fine with just going to work, coming home. Like no extras needed. So it's really, I'm going to find that balance coming into February. But I feel like January was just a lot of meetings and prepping because now that February is here, we are hitting the ground like going. I have two events this month. Then I have an event in March. Then I have an event in May. March and May, I'm traveling to those events, which is like our first time traveling for Warm Pages. That's crazy. Our first solo event for Warm Pages, which is book club, is this weekend. That's crazy. I have to still read the book. The event that I'm hosting on the 20th is like it's a whole event within itself. And I have to, when I get done filming this, I have to go send off all these emails because this is on me to confirm. And sometimes as an entrepreneur, like you really just have to keep going even when you don't feel like it, you do have to keep going. And some days I'll just be like, just get the task over with, reach out, email, do whatever you have to do, and then you're done and it's over with. Instead of stalling and procrastinating and thinking about the task, just do the task. And also today I was just like, when you are building something, that need for instant gratification has to stop. That need for everything to happen right then and there, like patience is the game. Patience, because then you could really take care of whatever it is that you're doing before releasing it. But I'm such like a fast paced individual sometimes. Excuse me. That I don't know how not to instantly feel satisfied. Like if I post something online, and I hate to say it because it's really bad. I post something online, I'm expecting to get something out of it instantly, and that's not how that works. Because I can post a video today, and by the end of the week, the views could be there. Like I have to. That's why I have to just post and go, post and go, post and go, because I get so, not the AirPod in my ear. Don't piss me off. I get so wrapped up in like, is they responding well to this? Is it attracting people? Like, so I'm testing out new inventory. I got one of them on, this sweatshirt, and I got a hoodie. I really like it. I really enjoy it. So now it's trying to build traction around that, get people interested, get people wanting to buy from that. And I feel like, unfortunately, I have been pushing so much author stuff that I think people forgot they were also a store. So we have things that people can purchase and things that people can buy, because it's been a minute since I've gotten new products. And I hate that I lost that momentum of like, hey, this is new inventory we got in. And it's like, not very often is somebody buying a notebook or a bookmark, or like we just have these products lived here. So it's like that's why I wanted to flood and just get a bunch of new products, especially when we're gonna go off and go to all these different events. And like the biggest one is Black Romance Book Fest. So I really want to hit it hard. So I've been working on sourcing new inventory items and figuring out what it is exactly I want to have. And then also I want our table to be pretty. So I want to make sure we have all things for our table, because those first couple vendor events I did last year, it was cool, but I know our table could look better, a lot more organized, a lot more structured, with pricing, and so we don't have to be like, oh, this notebook, hold on, let me see. No, the price would be right there, so there's no questions, no nothing about what the pricing is. And then I want to have like something that shows worn pages, because I just had like a little picture that I printed out like at the head of the table, but I want something behind us. And there's just a lot of things I want to do. So it just comes down to like the inventory and everything is supposed to help out and go towards us being able to stay afloat, basically. And so that's why I've been testing out actually having like items such as sweatshirts or hoodies, and then also working on doing like custom stuff for us at Warm Pages. So there's just a lot of I feel like you can have so many moving pieces to the point that sometimes it feels like nothing is happening until everything is happening at the same time. And it's like consistency is the game, and showing up even when you don't see the results. Wow, the full circle moment of me talking about all this, because recently, because I originally in those last 2 entrepreneur diaries I was trying to make, I wanted to talk about content that had inspired me, which I did talk about in the vlog. Which is probably why when I got to sit down here, I didn't have nothing to say, because I already said it in the vlog. But one of the things that when I was watching Between You and Me with Meech is talking about doing things and not knowing what the results are going to be. So it's like when you go to the gym, you're going to the gym, you're working out, and eventually you're going to see the results if you stay consistent in it. Like, just because you go to the gym one day don't mean you're going to wake up and have abs or have a toned stomach or toned arms. Like, you have to consistently show up and do the same thing over and over and over and over again, and also eat right. There's a balance between all of it. Like, you can't just go to the gym and then try to, what they say, out workout a bad diet or whatever. Like, you can't outrun a bad diet. So when you build consistency in eating right, going to the gym, you're going to eventually see the results. And one of the examples he made was the fact that, he's been doing his series Between You and Me. He's like, where I am now, episode 15, there's no telling where I'm going to be at episode 99 if I don't consistently show up. So it's like, sometimes your videos may hit, sometimes they may not hit, and that's okay, because you're consistently showing up. And when the video hits, it feels so good. It feels so good. Like, to be in the algorithms, like pushing your content, it feels really good. So it's just like showing up and doing things, not even knowing what the result is going to be, is one of the things that I'm definitely like still trying to put inside of me. And then it's so funny because I was going through my hard drive, and I really vlogged my early 20s, like between all my life, but really once I had left college, like 2021 to about 2023, I want to say. It's most recent because I'm only 26, right? So I really vlogged a lot of my early 20s, and the happiest that I was, and I felt like the most stable I felt, which is crazy, was when I was doing my mom's boutique. And just the simple things of going to her boutique, I woke up, like, I'm watching vlogs. I'm like, yeah, y'all, like, I gotta go take inventory back. I'm going to take new inventory pictures. We got a pop-up this weekend. And I was really running her store. I set up the POS system. I set up all the clothes. I hung all the clothes. I took pictures of all the clothes. I ran the website. I did the social media. Any events that we had, I helped mama run those. Pop-up shops, I was there. Like, I did a lot for my mom's boutique. And that probably was the most happiest I have felt. Just having the time to get up and do what I want, but I was productive in my time. And yeah, like, it really showed me that, like, it's something that I can do. And so when I have a physical space for Warm Pages, I know I'm going to feel almost fulfilled in a sense of like, yeah, and the mission behind Warm Pages, everything we're doing in the events and stuff. So I know I'm gonna be busy, like busy. I'm busy now, and we don't even have a physical location. I'm planning events and book clubs, and we don't even have a physical location yet. So just imagine when we have a physical space, how many authors that we could have at our spot. I want to have DJ mix nights, and then we have our wine bar at nighttime, and it's like I want to have fresh flowers of it. Like there's so many things that I want Warm Pages to be, and it almost scares me because it's like, dang, like I can pull it off, and it's just like I'm so grateful and thankful for what was this video supposed to be? I think I just want to do a January recap, but now we're here. But I'm just so thankful and grateful for the connections that I have been building and the people who genuinely like see my vision and also want to help me. Because, you know, once upon a time, I was just down and out, and I just kept praying, like, you know, I want to feel connected with other women. And I want to feel like I have a circle of women that I could lean on and relate to. And I kept asking and praying for those things. And then it's like, finally, you know, I have it in front of me. So I don't take nothing for lightly. I don't take nothing for lightly. I don't take nothing granted, like, at all. And it's like, this is literally just the beginning. And it amazes me. And I don't think I will ever not be amazed at the fact that, you know, people know of me just off the strength of me posting online and me talking about Warm Pages. Just today I was told, like, hey, yeah, I was talking to this lady, and she was like, yeah, I don't know if you know this young lady, and she has Warm Pages. Like when I go to events sometimes and I talk about my business, they're like, oh wait, I seen you on TikTok. Also, TikTok will be pushing my videos to people that follow me, because the lady was like, I followed you and I haven't seen you since. And I'm like, I've been here this whole entire time. Like, the social media, like, they don't want you to win, because when you follow somebody, that means that you like their content and you want to see them. So why is my people not seeing my content? What the like, you know? But yeah, I'm just so like, I be speechless. I don't think I would ever, and I hope I don't, but I don't think I would ever not be amazed by people just simply knowing me. And that's coming from somebody who just always did really good at hiding in the shadows and like hiding behind the scenes and not really being known and shown and all those things. So it's like, to know that I'm like, people are probably talking about me, spreading the word about Warm Pages, is so crazy to me. And I'm just really looking forward to actually having a physical space. And so I would say that it feels like we're picking up. February is finally here. And it's just a lot of great, amazing things that's going on. And yeah. So January was pretty cool. It was just a lot of prepping, getting ready for these two events, and then I had a couple meetings. I feel like I'm always having meetings, I'm always having calls. I'm still working hard trying to make it possible to where I can leave my job and really do this all full time. And that's the day that I'm really looking forward to. But again, patience. Patience is a full circle moment. Patience is everything. Not needing that instant satisfaction from like doing something. And I've listened to this episode for a minute because it's like 2 hours long. So I've been listening to it like every once in a while. I'll put it on. But I'm nearing the end of it, and they were just talking about how, and I've said this before, as a creator, as a entrepreneur, as a whatever you would consider yourself, where you don't get awards for the things that you do. You get recognized sometimes, of course, obviously, but it's like you have to find that internal satisfaction within yourself. You have to be comfortable, I feel like, with applauding yourself when nobody else is applauding, because it's like you can create stuff and you could think that it's the best design, the best whatever it is, and there's so many different variables as to why it may not hit off like how you think it's gonna pop off, and that's what scares me. And like, that's what I've been struggling with recently, just being and trusting my own ideas and designs that I have in my head and bringing them to life. And it's like, I want people to rock with this. And I always say, like, I think it's amazing and fantastic the fact that you can come up with something, a design, a clothing item, something, and people can rock with it well enough to where they want to buy it. Like, and so I feel like I started to almost second guess myself, because I was like, dang, like, am I making the right choices and decisions in my business? Like, I hope this design works. I hope they want to rock with me right now. Like, but there's so many different variables that can go into it. Right now, we're going through a terrible economic process. We're going through a terrible economic moment in time right now. Like, and so it's like people don't have the disposable income to buy a $25 notebook or buy a $60 hoodie, or, like, people don't have that income just to splurge. Like, people are deciding if they want to eat, pay a bill. Like, some people can't even do both of those things at the same time. We're all struggling. And it's like, referencing back to Between You and Me with Meech, he was just talking about, like, like, I'm human too. I realized, and I'm like, me personally, trust firsthand. I completely understand. I can't even spend with brands that I want to spend with, because I'm still trying to fix my life and find more work for me so I can make more money. And it's like, I want to move out of my granny's house. And it's like, I want to actually live and be independent in my own space, because I know that would bring me so much peace. But I'm also like, I can't complain. I have a whole living quarters to myself. And so it's like, I can't complain at the same time, because, but at the same time, it's just something about having your own space that's separated from everybody that just makes me feel like I'll be so zen up here. But no, it's like, I understand that you may not be able to purchase everything that you want to purchase. I can't purchase everything I want to purchase. So it's like, I have that compassion to understand that, like, there's just so many things that can go into you dropping something, and it may not hit like you think it's gonna hit, or you hit big one time and then you do the second time and it don't hit. Like, even listening to, like, Kevin on Stage, like, how he posts multiple times on multiple different, like, apps. Like, his work ethic is insane. And sometimes even he will talk about, like, oh man, this video only got 400K. Fuck, like, I think this is the end. Like, it just makes you feel that way, because it's just so, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. And it's like, numbers also don't equate to a lot of money. People work hard to get money and brandings and all that stuff and posting online. And it's like, yeah, it's all just so crazy. And the more that I'm getting into it, and the more that it's actually becoming my reality, and the more that's like, I'm actually building a brand and designing stuff and dropping stuff. And it's like, I have to somehow position back to the fact that we have items in our store, because I think we lost the sauce on that a little bit, with us just flooding the timeline with a bunch of, like, authors. And there's nothing wrong with that. I love that. That's what we're here for. But at the same time, it's like, y'all, go get you a notebook, some stickers. I got a lot of new stickers coming in. But that's what I was going to say. Another thing, and this is just going off of content that I was watching, is I recently watched an episode of She's So Lucky podcast, and the lady on there, she was just talking about the importance of just going and doing it. And she made a really good example of being like, most people may overthink. They're trying to buff out all these things in their cars, make sure their car is super shiny and super up to date and look pristine. And she's like, I'm in my car a little raggedy. Basically, it's not verbatim what she said, but it's kind of like what I'm remembering from my brain. But it's like, it's more so just start messy, start scared, start uncomfortable. Like, you literally just have to start, because the sooner you start, the sooner you learn, the sooner you're able to grow, I feel like. Because you can retain all the information in the world, you can watch all the entrepreneur videos, all the how-to, all the basics, but until you start and put yourself in the experience of what it is like to do whatever that you want to do, you won't ever really know what it's like until you do it. That's like how I say, if I have a content idea, I push myself to make that video, because if I don't and I sit on it, I could have made that video Monday and I could have been on a new video by Friday. You know, like the longer you sit on these ideas, they're not going to go nowhere. There's no point in sitting and overthinking choices and decisions. There are some choices and decisions you should ponder on. Now, no, don't get me wrong, but for some situations or some things, I feel like you just don't worry about starting and it being perfect. Nothing is ever going to be perfect. Business is not ever that perfect. You know, you're going to have screw ups and you're going to have things that needs to be fixed, but the sooner you figure out what those things are, the better for your business and better for yourself as well. So, yeah, I think that's all. Cuz I could literally sit up here, but I don't want to make this long. I think that's literally all. It's just, I'm looking forward to this month. I'm looking forward to all these months, to be honest. A lot of exciting things that is coming to Warm Pages. The amount of growth that I'm going through is like insane. And every day I just tell myself, you just gotta get the task done. Because the sooner you get it done, the sooner it's over with, and then the sooner you can move on to the next task. And that's why I want to get back into working out and going to the gym, because it forces me to get out of my head, work out whatever steam I got going on, and just sweat it out. And so, yeah, a lot of growth, y'all, a lot of growth. But I appreciate this channel and what I'm doing on this channel, and I appreciate my vlogs, because it just feels really good to look back. And over the weekend, I did a lot of reflecting on my old content, and I just was like, damn, like I really was vlogging for real, and I was really putting the work in. And I look back at my short form content, I'm like, damn, like I really do be putting the work in. Ooh, excuse me. I really do be putting the work in. It's like, I know the content that works, but for some reason I can't execute it. So I think my goal this February is just kind of sprinkle in a little bit of my content that I kind of miss making. Obviously still doing vlogs and obviously still doing entrepreneur diaries, but yeah, that was the first month of the year is gone. We're in February, is love month. I don't have no Valentine or any Valentine's Day plans. We do got Galentine's, and I maybe possibly want to do like a dinner or something. I don't know. I hate when I come up with ideas, but I'm like, I can't execute that idea right now. Bookmark it for later, though. Bookmark it for next February, but I hate when I come up with ideas. I'm like, realistically, like, I can't do that. And one of the things that motivates me, but also unmotivates me, is the fact that I have so many ideas and dreams and everything I want to do, but it's like my funds are so limited that is so incredibly frustrating. And oh, another point I wanted to make, and I'll get off of here after this. But another point I wanted to make, and this is just going off. Another point I wanted to make. This is just going off of the content I watched. How many times did I say the content I watched? And it was from Meech, Between You and Me. And I was watching and hearing his story of just him transitioning and doing You Matter full time and bringing back production on his end. And so, listening to him is like, I related so hard that it wasn't even funny. Like, and I just was like, when you are a person who genuinely wants to give back in the best way you can with your business, whether that's giving back to your family, the community, yourself, friends, anybody that's close to you, I feel like you hold so much weight on your shoulders. And he explained it as wanting to share pieces of his pie. And it's like, dang, like I really felt that, because I built Warm Pages off the strength of like, this space is going to be dedicated to Black women. This is why we're building it. This is what we do. A lot of the stuff we do, I eat the cost on it, because I don't feel like anybody should pay to get featured. That's why I encourage everybody to follow us, repost, reshare, comment, interact, all those things. Because the greater that we grow Warm Pages, the more opportunities we can get off of it, and using those opportunities to highlight Black women authors and highlight creatives. And I'm a creative person. I love all things creative, anything that's art, music, like all those things. The fact that somebody could take an idea from their head and bring it to life amazes the hell out of me. So it's like, I feel like even listening to him talk about, you know, wanting to provide jobs to his family and his friends and put a little extra money in his mom's pocket, and, you know, just sharing his pieces of pie. And I was like, dang, like that's what I want to do. I want to have scholarships. I want to do grants. I want to do writing retreats. I want to, like, there's so many ideas that I have, but nobody would really believe it until you do it. But it's like, y'all, I need the money. I need the money. That's why we're growing the business and the brand. So, yeah, that's my little tangent. I just feel like one day when I look back at all these videos, I'm going to be like, damn, girl, you was talking a lot, first of all. Second of all, you really did the damn thing. So I'm just excited to see where all this goes. And the ideas that I have, like, I know they're not meant for nothing. It's just working hard and putting myself out there and just showing up for my business, for myself every single day. Because, y'all, I do a lot. If you think about it, I run a whole business. I also edit. That's a business within itself. And I post my own content. Oh, this brain never shuts off. I can tell you that. But yeah, I'm going to hop up out of here. Thank you so much for listening. I will catch y'all in either a vlog or another entrepreneur diaries. Until next time, sincerely, an entrepreneur.